Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then hi, welcome. If you're returning back to my channel, then hey, welcome back. So today I'm coming at you on screen record so you guys can get a better look at what I'm doing and what I'm going to be explaining. Today's video is about how to make your resume stand out with very little experience. So you see the little black scribbles. The black scribbles mean that they're actually black scribbles to black out my personal information. Just, privacy. Um, this is actually on GoodNotes. I actually got the resume from my desktop and I transferred it onto my iPad and put it on GoodNotes. So the font is different, and the resume is actually stretched to 3 pages long. But we all know that your resume should not be 3 pages long. It should be 1 page. But because I'm on GoodNotes, the font is bigger and it made it stretch out to 3 pages. But your resume should not be 3 pages. It's only 3 pages because I'm on GoodNotes. So let's get straight into the video. The first thing you want to do is put your name at the top in bold letters, all capitals, first and last name. And underneath you're going to put your email address, slightly smaller font. And underneath that you will actually put your phone number, the best contact number they can contact you. Then next to that, or underneath that, you will actually put your email address. Now your email address should be professional. You should not have an email address that's sexymama123 or crazyboy456. It should always be your first and last name and maybe certain numbers, but that's it. And that should be a professional email where they could also send you email address. They could also send you emails. So after you done put your personal information and your contact information, we're going to move on and talk about the objective. So basically the objective in your resume is basically your purpose. This shows the interviewer what your purpose or your goal is in finding a job. So for instance, I put to obtain a position as a medical assistant where my skills and experiences can be utilized. I'm sorry, thirsty. But the sentence is supposed to grab the interviewer's attention. It really show that you are hungry, what you want to do, what kind of job you're looking for. Okay, so now that we're done talking about the objective, we're going to move on to skills and achievements. This is where you're going to put all your physical skills or all your certifications or anything you achieved, your goals here. Any physical skills such as, like me, I'm able to perform phlebotomy, EKG, and vital signs. Those are physical skills I can do and know how to do. Also, any computer knowledge or any computer skills, you throw that in there also, because nowadays in 2020, computers is basically all around. So if you know how to use computers or Microsoft Office in specific, a lot of jobs look for that and they love that. So you also want to put in your resume certain certificates that you got while you were in training or in college. For instance, I achieved the honor roll and the dean certificate numerous times while I was in college. So I'm definitely going to throw that in my resume because it shows how much of a good student I was, and that proves how much of a good worker you are. If you were a good student, you must be a good worker. So you always should throw that in there. Next, I'm going to talk about any Cpr certification, any certifications in health or first aid would definitely also help, so you should throw that in there also. So next we're going to talk about the education. So with the education, you want to put the month and year that you started and the end month and year that you graduated or ended if you completed it. So you're going to put the name of the college and the location as in the city and the state only, not actual address. You're going to put your degree, and you're going to put the date of the month and year that you graduated. See, I have my associates in medical assistant, and then I have graduated in August 2019 next to it. If you did not graduate, then you will put obtaining associates AOS and medical assistant, expected graduation, blah, blah, blah. That's if you're still currently in school. You can put that also. If you have no other educational background like college or any trade school or anything, then you would just put your high school there. But if you have college or anything else, do not put your high school there. Really quickly, I just wanted to point out that the dates and the name of the school and the city and state should all be on one line, and then underneath should be the degree and the graduation date or expected graduation date. But because I'm using an iPad, it kind of cut off, so I put it in a weird angle. Okay, so here is the best part, the experience. Sorry, like I said, I'm using my iPad, so it broke everything down into separate pages, but on a desktop it is all on one page. So in the experience, I did put my externship in there on my resume. It's a great place to place all your volunteer work or internship or externship or actually jobs. So as you see, next to the start and end date, you have the name of the facility, the city, the state, and your role in that company. You put that underneath. So that's going to be the second line. The first line is the month and year you started and ended, the name of the company, the city and state, all in one line, just like the education, and underneath is the job position. Okay, so underneath your job position, you're going to put down all of your job duties that you had. The goal is to try to get them to relate to one another, no matter what position or job title you had. For instance, in Hartford Healthcare Medical Group, I took and recorded patients' vital signs, recorded patients' medical history using EMR system. In Sterling Medical, I utilized EMR system to input patient's information. They're the same exact thing, but different wording. That is the goal. So now I'm going to take my Chipotle crew member experience and try to relate it as close as possible to any of the medical assistant experience I had, the very little medical assistant experience I had. So the first one I want to point out is the last bullet. Ensure compliance with NY State food and health safety guidelines. Maintain clean work environment. This is important because it does show that you are able to follow rules. You're able to follow the law. You're used to doing that. You're used to keeping a clean work environment. So it does some way tie into the medical assistant duties, because you do have to comply with OSHA, HIPAA, all those certain things, and keep records of damaged foods and equipments. When you're in the medical field, you will be keeping records. It don't have to be of damaged food, it won't have to be of supplies, but you will be keeping records. So it still kind of ties in to my medical assistant experience, the little experience I have. So I'm going to give another example. When I worked at the pharmacy, I scheduled delivery appointments for patients to receive medications. That ties into medical assistant, because when you work as a medical assistant, you will be scheduling, you will be making appointments. So this does show that I have experience in scheduling and making appointments. I hope it makes sense. I hope what I'm trying to explain kind of makes sense, because I'm really bad at explaining things. Also here, I resolve disputes or errors with patients, insurance company, and ordering physician/medical facilities. This also ties into medical assistant, because this does happen in the medical field. So it does tie into that, and it does show that you have experience in handling disputes or errors with patients or insurance companies or, medical facilities, things like that. So at the very bottom of your resume, you always want to put references furnished upon request. Those exact words, because it lets the interviewer know you do have references and they are available upon request, basically. To let them know that it's okay to ask and they are available. And this is why it's important to always carry your references along with your resume, because they may ask. That is important. That should always be at the bottom of your resume. Remember, your resume is one page, so everything has to fit into one page. Now I'm gonna go through, like I said before, about the experience. You put the date, the start date and month in the year and month, along with the name of the facility in bold, in the middle, along with the city and the state next to it. This is the proper format here with the position underneath. This is the proper format. Like, it's actually right here. It's actually right. You should only have 3 to 4 bullets to describe your duties in that position. Not 2, not 1, not 5. 4, 3 to 4. So everything can fit onto one page, if that makes sense. I really want to make sure I'm explaining the experience section correctly. So basically, no matter what job, volunteer, externship, internship you had, try to make the duties relate to one another to show that you really have strong experience in that field of whatever it is. I hope you understood how I was trying to explain to you with my resume, and I hope this video helped somewhat. I'm sorry for the poor quality of the video also. I'm trying to get better, but I hope it helped. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope you subscribe and comment what you liked or didn't understand. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. Maybe I can explain it a little bit better, but it's kind of late, so my brain is kind of like scrambled, and I'm not really explaining things the best way I can, but this is kind of the best way I can right now. But I hope it was enough, and I hope they help, and good luck to anyone who's out there looking for a job. Good luck, and thank you. Bye bye.